It says, when Joseph's brothers saw that their father was dead, they said, perhaps Joseph will hate us and may actually repay us for all the evil which he did to him. So you got to remember, they sold him into slavery probably 20 years earlier. He was a slave. He was in prison. He was, kept in prison. I mean, he had a rough life because of them, right? And all that time, his father thought he was dead, and they restored before. So now their father died, and they said, our father who would keep us and preserve us is dead. Now he may do what he wants with us. Okay. So they sent a messenger to Joseph saying, before your father died, he commanded, saying, thus you shall say to Joseph, I beg you, please forgive the trespasses of your brothers and their sins which they did to you, which were evil. Please forgive their trespasses of the servants of God, your father. And Joseph wept. Then he spoke to them, and he said, then his brothers also went to him, fell down before his face, and they said, behold, we are your servants. Joseph said to them, do not be afraid, for I am not in the place of God. But as for you, what you meant evil against me, but God meant it for good, in order to bring it about as it is this day, to save many people. So Joseph here is said, his brothers were anticipating what they would do if they were him, and that was to get revenge. But Joseph said something, I am not in the place of God. I don't judge. I can't judge. I only forgive. And that's sort of what we're talking about this week. We're talking about forgiveness and judgment. And, it brings to light here as we get close to the Lord's birth. We celebrate it this month anyway. It's not this month, but in Luke 23, before his crucifixion, there were also two criminals which were with him and being put to death. And when they had come to the place called Calvary, they crucified him, and the criminals, one on the right hand, the other on the left. Then Jesus said, Father, forgive them, for they do not know what they do. And they divided his garments and cast lots. Here's the thing. Unforgiveness hinders our prayers. It hinders our walk with God. It hinders God's involvement in our life. It hinders our plans. It eats us up inside. And no matter what level, these are executioners putting nails into Jesus' hands and his feet after they falsely accused him, after they beat him, after they scourged him, whipped him, spit on him, made fun of him. They did all of that. So, nothing rises to that level in our life, right? He forgave them because that was what God called him to do and what God calls us to do. Ephesians says that we forgive just like he forgave us. Amen. And so when I look at forgiveness, and we all have it's easy to look in someone else's life. When it's in our life, it's something that we have to get rid of, because when we hang on to it, and here's what people say. They'll say, I forgive him, but here's what he did to me. Da, 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 right through the whole story. Forgiving is forgetting. If you really forgive, you'll forget. You'll get rid of it. I'm not saying to walk into it 20 times, but you get rid of it and get it out of your heart and out of your mind. It hinders your prayers. You can pray all day long. Attached 2 or 3 times in the Gospels is, if you don't forgive, neither will your Father in heaven forgive you. It's an important subject, especially this time of year. There's family grudges, there's dissension, there's things, it's time to clean it up. It's time to be the man or the woman of God and just forgive that person and move on with life. Anyway, that's our message for today. Thanks for watching. I pray there's 3 things. 1, if you're on social media, share it, like it, and follow it. And if you're not a member of our ministry, it's free. It's your name and email address. In the description of the teaching is our website. Go to watchersoftruth.com, become a free member. You'll get 2 emails with notes every week, and you'll get one blog on Friday. So you'll get 3 meals a week from us, and the notes are great for Bible study, even if you don't watch. And then third, pray about joining us as a partner. We're praying for $40, $25 or more donors to give us $25 a month or more. You can give as little as 10, but we're praying for 400. That would give us a big base so that we could do all of the things that we desire to do here in the ministry.